Last night, balloons from Belarus flew into Poland once again. Their entry was recorded by the Polish military's radar systems. The scale of hybrid warfare incidents from the Belarusian side was significantly smaller compared to previous night. The cooperation between the Polish armed forces and the services responsible for state security allows these services to respond quickly, including seizing objects and detaining persons suspected of these incidents. The flights of the objects were monitored and did not pose a threat to air safety or Polish citizens. The Polish armed forces remain on standby to ensure the security of the airspace. The military points out that they did not pose a threat, and although the fact that no incidents occurred following the arrival of the balloons may sound like good news, the threat to Polish national security remains real. The purpose of such incursions is to test the readiness of our anti-aircraft and radio electronic systems, which should register these incursions, but they also aim to map the territory of the Republic of Poland, that is NATO territory, which is hostile to Russia, and to map points that are strategic from a military point of view. Polish General Dariusz Wronski says bluntly that this is the next stage of actions by Belarus and Russia. It is no longer a question of whether we respond, but how quickly in extreme conditions, at a temperature of -25, or whether the decision-making chain is broken in these extreme weather conditions. The appearance of balloons is part of hybrid warfare and pressure exerted on Poland's eastern border. However, balloons continue to fly over the border and fall on Polish territory. If Donald Tusk's government is unable to deal with balloons from Belarus today, then I am really concerned about whether they will be able to cope if other objects fly in here to destroy our infrastructure, or even cause chaos by attacking civilians. Last night was not the first time that balloons from across the Belarusian border have flown into Poland. Opposition politicians are calling the response of the Polish authorities delayed. Last week, we had an announcement about the construction of the SAN anti-drone system. However, this system is significantly delayed. It should already be operational, but at the moment we have only an announcement. This means that it will be a long time before the individual components are contracted and can actually defend Polish airspace. Let us also remember that Tusk's government decided to purchase too few batteries for this system, which means that a significant section of the border with Belarus will not be adequately protected. The balloons continue to fly into Poland, sending a clear signal to those most interested, Belarus and Russia. A signal has just been sent along the lines of "Herzlich willkommen" and "Come on in, there's no danger." Our decision-making process is so long that by the time we manage to work out some kind of response, serious objectives could have been achieved on Polish territory. Poland's sky is also part of the NATO Atlantic Alliance. I have been working with military strategists for over a dozen years, and I must say that the ingenuity of our strategists is certainly greater than that of our neighbours in Belarus or Russia, and I think that we are capable of preparing such forces that this message will be understood in Minsk or Moscow. But there should be political support for this, which there currently isn't. In December last year, following incidents involving balloons entering its territory, Lithuania declared a state of emergency, citing aviation safety and risks to the country. The Lithuanian government has declared that it may close the border with Belarus and even take military measures.